Hi guys, Mike back again with a new series of videos. I did a little straw poll on Facebook. I'm not very prolific on Facebook, don't really use it, and use it to really view other people's stuff more than put my own stuff on there. So anyway, little straw poll of things of what should I do next? What should I collect next? Is it Dropzone Commander or was it Dead Zone? I was a little bit torn between the two, but I think in my heart of hearts I knew Dead Zone was gonna take it, to be honest, because I just really like the theme, and the minis are fantastic. I'm not that the minis in Dead Zone aren't, but just that kind of small scale. I mean, I've never done small scale. Dropzone Commander, for those of you who don't know, is 10mm scale. So just that really small scale, really big battles. I thought, yeah, I fancy a bit of that, to be fair. So I went and dropped £54. It's 60 quid, the starter set normally, 2-player starter set, 60 quid. But in your friendly local game store, I live in Wales and I'm quite close to Firestorm Games, so I tend to buy my stuff there. But equally, Wayland Games, and there's all sorts of other game shops around the country that will offer you the 10% discount. So 60 quid box set turns into 54 quid. And it's fantastic. I mean, I'm not going to do an unboxing of sorts, really, because there's 101 unboxings of Dropzone Commander here. It's not a new game. It's been out for a long while, actually, but it's new to me. So I'm just going to show you what I've got and my plans of what I'm going to do with it. So basically, in the starter set, you get two armies effectively. You get the Scourge and the UCM, the United Colonies of Man. So plastic sprues. This is the Scourge, so you get 3 identical sprues for the Scourge and 3 identical sprues for the UCM. So to sort of start your fledgling armies, if you like. Really nice quality plastic, really fantastic detail. I mean, I think what brought me to Dropzone Commander was the UCM. I really liked the look and feel of the UCM. It kind of reminded me of Aliens. Some of the vehicles, you know, the kind of APC they've got in Aliens, and the drop ships and stuff. And I thought, oh, you know, as a kid, I really enjoyed those movies, and the UCM reminded me of that. So, but you get the Scourge, who are the main bad guys of the game. So you get 3 identical sprues, and you get 3 identical sprues for the UCM. I've been putting some stuff together. So that's the one sprue for the UCM. So basically you get a drop ship on each sprue. You get a drop ship that can be made in a couple of different configurations depending on what you want to carry on it. You get 2 tanks. You get Sabres, which is a battle tank, and a Rapier, which is an anti-air tank. Same chassis, same track setup, but the weapons are different, so they're exactly the same. And then you get the Bear, which is an APC, an armoured personnel carrier, and you get some blokes as well, some squadrons. So you get 3 identical sprues. So I've just been playing about with it, looking how I'm going to magnetise it, looking how I'm going to kind of mess with it, really, which I've been doing, which I'll kind of show you, actually. So, I mean, just those of you that don't know, I mean, I'm sure you've all seen it. Like I say, it's new to me, but not new to people. You can see some magnets on there. So this is one of the APCs, really little. So I put some magnets on. I've got some magnets, and I'm going to magnetise magnetise everything where I can, so it kind of works. So that's my 2 APCs, and there's a tank chassis, and then the weapons are removable. So anyway, and there is a completed dropship. So again, I mean, the detail is absolutely wonderful, really nice. And basically these 3 struts underneath will hold vehicles, basically. So so this one will hold 3 tanks effectively, and this one here, same frame, but it's only got 2 struts on there, as you'll see, and I've put magnets in them, and that will hold the 2 bears. So we're going to have a look. So I'm just going to show you. So I've done it, magnetised it up, so the bears basically fit in the, or magnetise up into the dropship. But you've got to be careful when you do this, because you'll notice in the middle there's a little notch between the 2 tanks, and that's where your flying stand goes. So So you've got to be a bit aware when you do this magnetization that your flying stand's still going to fit. The problem with this one and the 3 tanks is that the middle strut interferes with the flying stand there, so I'm not sure how I'm going to overcome that, but I shall overcome it nonetheless. So anyway, yeah, so that's really cool. I mean, just that, yeah, I'm sold. That's Dropzone Commander. That's fantastic, and the fact that you can do that and it all fits and it all works, just, I mean, it's amazing. Those of you that want to know, magnetization wise, these are extras. I mean, I didn't you don't get these with the game clearly, but they're tiny little rectangular magnets, 5mm by 2mm by 1/2 mil, from my magnet guy off eBay. Magnets he's called, Guy's Magnets. But anyway, just that's an aside. But yeah, really like the fact that it magnetizes. It's fantastic, and you know, the pull is fine, absolutely fine. They don't particularly wobble, but you know, I'm not going to be throwing them about the place anyway. So anyway, back to the starter set. So these are my sprues that I'm playing with at the moment. You get a load of stuff. You get everything you need to play. Basically, you get a little pamphlet of what's coming next, which has already been and gone because this is old. You get cardboard buildings. You get 10 pre-folded cardboard buildings, which look like this once they're built. So really, I mean, they're fantastic. I mean, so good. You can get resin cast buildings on Hawk War Games website. I should mention that Hawk War Games put this game out. And I pretty much think it's this guy, Dave, I can't remember his name, Dave Lewis, this guy who just basically decided to start making this game. And I think he's committed most of his life and probably his finances to it, but hopefully he's reaping some reward now because it's a fantastic game. So thumbs up to Dave Lewis there. So yeah, you get 10 buildings. Like I said, they do resin buildings on the website. You can buy the individual tiles and stick it all together, but it all comes unpainted clearly. And you can get these roof vents as well. And I mean, I've seen videos where people have the cardboard buildings and then buy the roof vents to give it a bit of a 3D effect on top. So anyway, so that was that. Also in the game, you get, well, clearly you get some, where are we? You get your flying stands and stems. You get your canopies for your dropships. You get your stands for your infantry. So that's for the Scourge and the UCM. What else do you get? You get some instructions just to tell you how to put the vehicles together. So again, that's really good. Just chucking stuff on the floor here now. You get the rulebook. Full size, full colour. This is the rulebook. If you go into the shop and buy the rulebook, this is the rulebook you buy, but it comes in the starter set. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I like a hardback cover, to be fair. I mean, to be fair, 54 quid, I would never complain. But, you know, I do like a hardback book, but, you know, that's just me. And you get some, basically, fold-out paper terrain, which double up as posters on the other side. So you get these 2 maps, basically, of a cityscape. That you can unfold and play your games on, basically. These I'm not going to be using, which I'll tell you why now. So you get a couple of those, and they double up as posters, like I say. You get some quick reference sheets, one for the UCM and one for the Scourge, just to sort of give you the rules and the numbers and what makes up battle groups for your squads. You get a turn sequence guide, so it's just a quick overview of player turns and a scenario, an initial scenario, and you get token sheet basically, and these are landing zones, not blast markers. So these are where your dropships can land and dropships off. So that's that. So and you get a load of dice. You get 10 dice. It recommends you need 10, and they give you 10, and they give you a little tape measure, proper tape measure. It's about 2 foot long. So there we go. Fantastic. It is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I'm really pleased with it. It's yeah, I'm well worth the £54. I'm really impressed with it. Really pleased with it. And I'm looking forward to getting on with it, really. Those of you that know me, incidentally, or know of me and know of my ways, will know that clearly, you know, I've got some other stuff as well. So that's all the tanks. So I picked up some, I don't think you actually need these, but I picked up some of the the Hawk widgets, which you glue into the model, the dropships, and then the flying stem, you don't have to glue the flying stem to the model, basically. So I just picked up some of those in case I needed any more. Picked up the acrylic landing templates, which are Hawk War Games branded. They're only like, what were they, £9, £8.50, so I thought it's worth having those. That's my magnets, and then I got some extra vehicles. Basically, I've got the UCM Seraphim, which is a fighter jet, so that comes complete with a flying stand and stuff. And I also picked up a couple of UCM, getting there now, UCM Archangels, so you get 2 of those little tiny fighters. So that's my little Dropzone Commander haul. Let me know what you think. I'm going to come back with another video straight away, because clearly this is a big terrain game on a big scale, and we're going to see what we're going to do with that. So there we go. Oh, incidentally, Pritt stick here. This Pritt stick, the power Pritt stick, works really well on these buildings. I know you don't have to glue them together. You can just fold them together and play with them and take them apart and fold them and keep them flat to sort of save space. But that Pritt stick is fantastic. It's absolutely solid. You could you know, that's really tough to kind of squash down, so you could put some weight on there, to be fair. So that's just a little aside. Anyway, I'm going to be back shortly, because I'm gone 10 minutes on this video, and I'm going to do the next one now about scenery. So I'll catch you in a sec.